Holy creeping lady mother tricking flying action fighting craziness, Doc. Holy crack-a-whack. Dude, like, I was actually gonna skip this until I heard a lot of people actually talking about it. Maybe one or two friends telling me that. That's not a lot. And then they told me, go give it a shot. Go watch it. I just watched it. I'm like, wow. Just freaking wow. Although, I will say, I'm like, what's going on here, you know? Honestly. I mean, like, that's what anyone would say. But when it came to those other scenes and the freaking music, oh man, dude, I can't believe I almost skipped out on this, because I thought this original written anime was going to be terrible, because throughout my experience, if you guys been keeping up with me in my certain channel, if you have been keeping up with me with my channel, certain original anime tend to be very terrible for me, because like most of the time, what I've been watching a certain original anime would never come out very great for me, and I was not happy with that. So I usually skip a lot of original anime. I was very close to skipping out this one, Recreators, but damn, dude, just freaking crazy. Anyways, enough with me being a idiot Dumbo. I'm here to give you guys my recap and first impressions, which I think I already gave you my first impressions, which I will repeat in a little bit more of a fashion statement, possibly, of Recreators Episode 1. Oh, man, dude, like, okay, let's just get this started. We had to it at the beginning, we have one of our main characters here, and that is Sota, you know? He apparently is having this narration about wanting to remember everything. Eventually, he was actually trying to watch a certain series, especially when it comes to some kind of girl that's involved named Celestia, Eupitilia, you know? But somehow when he was trying to watch it on his, like, tablet whatsoever, he ends up, like, somehow being transported in there, like, out of nowhere. Like, there was a blue screen of death at first, you know? Blue screen of death on the tablet. And I'm thinking in my mind, is that even possible? And we have to it that, he gets transported and ends up being part of a fight with, like, what's her name? Celestia and this other military that looking like military uniformed girl. And all of a sudden, when Celestia ends up saving him from being attacked or damaged or killed, she ends up being transported to his world. All of a sudden, you know, when Sota was going down, grabbing something to drink, and ends up going back to his room, and it went into first person, by the way, and we end up seeing Celestia threatening him, asking what's going on, and Sota tries to explain everything that, oh, you see that original anime and original story that you were part of, it's so amazing, you know, here, you said this to like Charon, you know, and he reads the catchphrase or the quote from a book that she's from, and she goes like, how do you know that I said that? He goes like, you're in this book, look, he goes like, I'm like, huh? What's going on here, you know? And then by that time, like, that military uniform girl ends up showing up and ends up clashing with her. Although, like, there was a funny scene where he ends up flying with Celestia, you know, Sota, that by the way, and they end up, like, driving the car, pretty crazy. They got out of the car because, the military girl, which her name is here, but I won't say it until, like, it's actually revealed later in the series, ends up clashing, you know? And eventually they end up fighting, and that scene was just freaking crazy. I'm like, wow, and the music was playing, and oh my gosh, dude, I was like, being a stupid, I was just being a hyped up idiot audience, how like certain action scenes would be just amazing, not to mention the music fitting in there. You know, Celestia was about to continue her fight with the military uniform girl, you know, with a bunch of swords she ends up summoning. But we had to it that, this Meteoria, she is named apparently, ends up showing up and ends up clashing at her against her and stops her. And later on the fight stops right there, and people were making a lot of news and blogs about it by saying, dude, we saw a lot of crazy stuff happening here and there, you know? And when Sota was returning to his room, he ends up seeing Celestia and Meteoria, you know? And then when the credits was playing right now, I'm like, oh, it's already over. And when it was playing that song right there, I'm like, Oh my gosh, that freaking song right there was just freaking crazy. I'm thinking in my mind, what the heck am I hyping this series up for, man? I'm just like, oh my gosh, what's going on here, dude? Why am I so excited? Why is that music so great? Why are those scenes of action just like boiling my blood? You know, I'm like, why am I kind of thing. Not to mention, from what I heard, like I think the composer Sawano Hiroyuki is actually composing this music. I'm like, yo, if you all know Hirano Yuruki or Sawano Hiroyuki, we all know we got good OST. And that good OST from him just catches my attention. And then there's a funny scene where like Sota buys a lot of snacks for Celestia and Mitoria, and she ends up trying to make a joke, you know. I'm thinking in my mind, like, you need to go to a doctor's and you're not feeling well, you know, and they go like, that's not even funny, and I'm like, wow. Anyways, I don't even know what, like, my first impressions again, like, I'm totally mind blown right now, you know, as an audience, you know, like, first time watching it, you know, and so forth, and etc. I'm like totally blown away pretty badly. But if I were to ask a couple questions, why did this thing like blue screen and Sota transport in there, why did those characters come into the real life world, you know? How does that even work? Why does it work that way, you know? That's one thing I question. And of course, like all I could say, maybe if I did not look at a certain audience perspective, it's a bunch of crazy action, mind-blowing like explosions here and there, and the OST, no offense, OST is what makes the certain anime scenes go like hype up and realistic in a certain way to get people like, oh my gosh, my blood's boiling and bubbling right now, going through my circulations, you know, up to my brain. But as an audience, I am an audience watching the show, I'm like freaking like, wow, dude, oh my gosh, look at that OST, look at all those action scenes right there, dude. And especially, of course, like when it comes to certain parts here and there, I'm like blown to hell, dude. Holy crackalack. Oh, okay, maybe I'm hyping up this show way too much. Oh my gosh. The OST, the opening, all the scenes right there, especially that song playing in the credits right now. I think that's supposed to be the opening, I think it's called. It's called Gravity Wall or something. And the way how it's played right now, oh wow, dude. And I think the fight with like Celestia and that military uniform girl, oh man, dude. Oh, when the round 2, round 3, I don't know, when they fought in Sota's world, etc. Wow. Not to mention the military uniform girl said something about this world being prosper, gods, or disgusting, foul. I don't know. She seems to know a lot about it, but we'll find out how much she knows and why does she know about this stuff and why she called it the gods and why it's a foul. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So if you guys just watch this recap or something and just skip down on the show, go watch the dang episode or something if you like to see something that, of course, it's nothing original, but, you know, just want to watch something for a certain entertainment and so forth, and you just want to kill time, go for it. And so until then, I'll see you guys later. I'm Fazito. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Ta-ta-da!